press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Namaste children, let us continue with the topic evolution by discussing some multiple choice questions. So coming to the second question, life cannot originate from inorganic materials now because of low atmospheric temperature, high degree of pollution, high atmospheric oxygen. So when the organic molecules were formed by inorganic molecules, that time there was reduced atmosphere, that means absence of oxygen was there. So now we have high atmospheric oxygen, that's why life cannot originate from inorganic materials. Understood? For the second, third is the option. Then for the third question, theory of evolution is mainly concerned with, they are given spontaneous generation, theory of special creation, gradual change, conditions of environment. So theory of evolution is always concerned with gradual change, not rapid change. Hagagi answer is third, gradual change. Then coming to fifth question, tendrils of cucurbita and thorns of bougainvillea are. See here the tendrils are arise from axillary bud, whereas thorns are also arise from axillary bud. They show homologous organs. They are homologous organs since both are arise from axillary bud, but the function is different. For fifth, first is the answer. For the sixth, highest cranial capacity as man. In this answer, they have given Peking man, Java man, modern man, handy man. So highest cranial capacity has been seen in modern man, because see, Peking man is having cranial capacity nearly 850 to 1100 cc. Java man is having 800 to 1000 cc, whereas modern man cranial capacity was 1300 to 1600 cc. So answer is modern man. Then coming to the question 11, they have asked a gene locus has two alleles, A and small a. Capital A denotes dominant, small a denotes recessive. If the frequency of dominant allele A is 0.4, then what will be the frequency of homozygous dominant, heterozygous and homozygous recessive individuals in the population? So they have given us dominant 0.4 dominant allele, they have given A means they have given 0.4, that means P. So we have this is recessive allele denotes Q. So A denotes dominant allele. So we know that P plus Q equals 1. So they have given P value, that is 0.4 plus Q equals 1. Then to find Q it is 1 minus 0.4. We get answer 0.6. So by Arday-Weinberg equilibrium, P plus Q whole square equals P square plus 2PQ plus Q square. So when we apply here, P square is nothing but 0.4 whole square plus 2 into P is 0.4, Q is 0.6 plus 0.6 whole square. So the answer we get is 0.16, next 0.48, the next 0.36. So the dominant allele is 0.16, heterozygous is 0.48 and homozygous recessive is 0.36. Understood? So like this we will get the answer when we apply Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. For the 11th answer is third, 0.16 denotes homozygous dominant, whereas 0.48 heterozygous allele, whereas 0.36 is homozygous recessive allele. Then coming to question number 12, analogous organs are a result of as a result of convergent evolution. Understood? Convergent means when they show similar function. So in divergent evolution they show different functions, but in analogous they show similar functions. They are examples for convergent evolution, like the wings of insects are not supported by skeleton, whereas the wings of birds are supported by skeleton. So even though the function is same, both helps in flying, hagagi the analogous organs are examples for convergent evolution, whereas homologous organs are examples for divergent evolution. Then coming to 14th question, the first life on earth originated from non-living has been explained by. So non-living, they are telling non-living means it is abiogenesis theory. Hagagi 42nd is the answer, theory of abiogenesis. So the next, coming to 18th question, they are asked, in a population of 5,000 individuals, 450 individuals show a recessive trait. What will be the number of heterozygous individuals in this population? They have asked to find out heterozygous individual. So they have given 450 individuals showing recessive trait. That means for 18 they have given Q square equals 450. Recessive they have given. Understood? So to find out Q value, so it is 450 by total population size 5,000. So we get 0.09. So when it will be 0.03. So we know that P plus Q equals 1. Then to find out P, it will be 1 minus 0.3, we get 0.7. This is the value of P. Understood? Small p. Then they have asked us to find out heterozygous. Hagagi heterozygous is 2pq. So 2 into 0.3 into 0.7, it is 0.42. So when we multiply this 0.42 with the total population, we get 2,100 individuals. Understood? So they have given us Q square 450. By that we have to find out the Q square value, and Q value is 0.03. By applying Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, P plus Q equals 1, we have to find out the value of P. Understood? Then you know that P plus Q whole square equals P square plus 2pq plus Q square. So in that heterozygous condition is 2pq. So by finding the heterozygous value, we'll find the heterozygous individuals, that is 2,100. So for the 18th question, answer is first answer. Understood? Then coming to the 21 question, how many statements are true about the given figure? The figure is showing placental mammals found in Australia, that is right. They show divergent evolution. So Australian mammals, placental mammal will show convergent evolution, not divergent evolution. Understood? They show homology. These animals found only in Australian continent. That's all correct answer. But they show convergent evolution. Hagagi, how many statements are true? Andaga 3 statements are true. when more than one adaptive radiation appear to have occurred in a isolated geographical area, that means representing different habitats, they show convergent evolution. Understood? So adaptive radiation is an example for convergent evolution. Next, coming to 23. So here, innate species, there are innate species, the weight of newborn ranges from 2 kg to 5 kg. So again they have given 97% of the newborn with an average weight between 3 to 3.3 kg were survived, whereas 99% of the infants born with weight from 2 to 2.5 kg or 4.5 to 5 kg die. Which type of selection process is taking place? So underweight iddu, below 2 to 2.5 kg, that is underweight. Above 4.5 it is overweight. These individuals cannot survive. The newborn having weight between 3 to 3.5 kg are able to survive. These statements tells us they are going to adopt stabilizing selection. We see in this stabilizing selection. So answer is stabilizing selection. Second is the answer. Coming to 26. Choose the wrong statement. Louis Pasteur demonstrated that life comes only from pre-existing life. So by doing that experiment, swan neck flash experiment, he proved biogenesis theory, but he failed to explain how the first living organisms arise. Stanley Miller observed that electrical discharge in a flask containing methane, hydrogen, ammonia and water vapor at 800 degrees Celsius form amino acids, correct. Flippers of penguins and dolphins are examples of homology. So that is not correct answer. They are examples for analogy. Understood? Penguins flippers they are modified from birds, whereas dolphins are mammals. So they are examples for analogy, not for homology. Analogous structures are the result of convergent evolution. That's the right answer. So choose the wrong statement. They have asked us to select wrong statement. So that is third is the answer for this. Flippers of penguins and dolphins are examples of homology. That is not. It is they are examples for analogy. Then homologous organs are 27. So homologous organs means where the origin, the structure and origin will be the same but the function is different. So those organs are called homologous organs. So wings of pigeon and butterfly. See here the wings of pigeon are supported by bones but butterfly wings are not supported by bones. Our structure is not common. That's why they are not homologous. And here wings of pigeon and arms of humans. Understood? Here wings of pigeon are supported by bone and even arms of human are also supported by bone. That's why they are examples for homologous organs. But they do different function. That's why they are examples for divergent evolution also. Whereas in wings of parrot and wings of housefly, here wings of parrot is supported by bone, whereas wings of housefly is not supported by bone. That's why there are examples for analogous. And even the wings of bat and butterfly. Wings of bat is supported by bone, whereas butterfly wings are not supported by bone. There are examples for homologous. So in this question, homologous organs are wings of pigeon and arms of humans where they are supported by bone. Next, coming to mutations, 30th, mutations are always, so we see slow mutations or gradual mutations and also random mutations, but according to Hugo de Vares, mutations are random and directionless. So mutations are random and directionless, they are non-heritable and small changes. So the mutations are random and directionless is the answer for this. So 1 and 2 is, that is second question, second is the answer for 30th question. Then coming to the 32nd, Darwin's theory of natural selection was based on, Darwin's theory is mainly based on inheritance of acquired characters, no mutation, no, he never considered mutation. So enormous rate of reproduction in organisms, struggle for existence and survival of the fittest. They are the most important characters selected by Darwin in the evolution, to explain evolution. Understood? So for 32nd, third is the answer. Then Australian marsupials survived due to genetic drift? No, they survived mainly due to continental drift. For 34th, second is the answer, because due to the absence of competition from any other mammal, due to the absence of competition, these Australian marsupials have survived in the continental drift. Then coming to 36, in the case of the peppered moth, Biston betullaria, the black colored form became dominant over the light colored form in England during Industrial Revolution. This is an example of, this is an example for natural selection whereby the darker forms were selected. Second is the answer for 36, because after Industrial Revolution, tree trunks became dark due to the deposition of industrial smoke and soots that helps to select darker ones. Understood? Natural selection whereby the darker forms were selected is the answer for 36th question. Next, coming to 39, all these facts are true about the Neanderthal man except, so their brain size 1400 cc is correct, used hides to protect their bodies, that is also correct, live in East and Central Asia between 1 lakh to 40,000 years back, that is also correct. Their fossils discovered in Java in 1891. That is incorrect, because the fossil discovered in Java in 1981 were Homo erectus, not Neanderthal. Understood? The fossil what we discovered in Java in the year 1891 was Homo erectus fossils. So fourth is not correct. Next, 41, fossil X is older than fossil Y because when we find any fossils at a deeper layer, it is older one, which we find in the upper layer, it will be newer one. If it is a section of earth crust, the layers, if the fossil is present in the deep, they are telling fossil X is older than fossil Y, andaga X will be in the deeper layer, Y will be in the upper layer. Understood? So we'll see the answer. Fossil Y was found in deeper sedimentation. That is not the answer. Fossil X was found in deeper sedimentation. That's why it is older one when compared to Y. Understood? So for 41, second is the answer. Then coming to 42. Tendrils in plants are an example of adaptive radiation, co-evolution, convergent evolution and divergent evolution. So tendrils in plants are examples for convergent evolution. Understood? Because tendrils may arise from leaf or auxiliary bud or stem. So even though they arise from different structures like leaf, auxiliary bud or stem, the function is mainly for support. Understood? They helps to support plants by taking support from host plant. Hagagi tendrils in plants are examples for convergent evolution. Then coming to 44, which of the following factors help in biological evolution? but is not considered the basic factor for evolution. Adaptation, natural selection, mutation, variations they have given. Adaptation is very important, even natural selection is very important. So under mutation, we consider slow mutation, not rapid mutation. So here mutation is not a basic factor for evolution. Understood? So only C is the answer. That is fourth is the answer for 44. We consider slow mutation that helps in evolution, not rapid changes that occurs due to mutation. Hagagi, mutation is not an important basic factor for evolution. 45. Which one is considered the first biological catalyst when life originated on Earth? So it was RNA. First genetic material was formed was RNA, which is unstable and also it acts as a catalyst. So answer is RNA. And 46, which is incorrect. Wings of insects and bats they are given homologous. That is only incorrect because they are analogous. Wings of insects are not supported by bone, whereas bats are supported by bone. So they are examples for analogous, not for homologous. So 46, 1 is the answer. 48. Single step large mutation leading to speciation is saltation. It's single step large mutation which leads to speciation is given by Ugodi virus. It is called saltation. Then 49. Mutations are mostly recessive and being recessive, they never get eliminated from a population. It is called as Hardy-Weinberg law. This law is applicable to Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium is always applicable to large population. That's why this Hardy-Weinberg law is also applicable to large population. That's the answer. 49, third is the answer. And most advanced theory of the origin of life is that chemical evolution of life given by Hopper and Haldane. So second is the answer for 50th question. And 52, during the course of origin of life, what was the sequence of substances which appeared on earth? So we see during that time ammonia, amino acids, proteins, nucleic acids. So 52, fourth is the answer. By seeing the experiment done by Stanley and Miller, we know that they formed ammonia, amino acids, proteins and nucleic acids were formed when during the origin of life. So for 52, fourth is the answer. Then 54, Darwin finches occur in Galapagos Island. Understood? So that second is the answer. So finches are small black birds. So he studied about adaptive radiation on these birds in Galapagos Island. Then 55, according to chemical evolution, the conditions on primitive Earth, the primitive Earth means there was no living organisms during that time. So during that time, the conditions were high temperature, that is correct. Volcanic storms are also seen during that time, and reduced atmospheric containing methane, ammonia is present. So low temperature during that time, high temperature was there, oxidizing atmosphere was not there. So ABC is the answer. For 55th, fourth is the answer. And coming to 56, which of the following are correct statements for fossils? Fossils are remains of all parts of life forms found in rocks, that is correct. Different aged rock sediments contain fossils of different life forms who probably died during the formation of the particular sediment, that is also correct. Fossils represent extinct organisms like dinosaurs, that is also correct. A study of fossils in different sedimentary layers does not indicate the geological period in which they exist. Does not is the incorrect statement because they indicate geological period. Understood? Study of fossils in different sedimentary layer will indicate the geological period in which they exist. So among these, A, B, C are correct. So answer is third. 57. Evolution may be defined as inheritance of acquired characters, discontinuous genetic variations, continuous genetic variations. So for evolution, continuous genetic variations are very important. Understood? So evolution may be defined as continuous genetic variations. Third is the answer for 57. Then coming to 60. They are given in a random mating population frequency of recessive gene 0.5. What is the frequency of dominant phenotype in a population? They are asking us to find out dominant phenotypes. So here they are given Q. For 60 here, they are given Q, that is recessive is 0.5. We know that P plus Q equals 1. To find out P value, so 1 minus Q, it is 1 minus 0.5, we get again 0.5. So P value is 0.5. So P square is P into P, that is 0.5 into 0.5, we get 0.25. That's the answer. So in a random mating population, frequency of recessive gene they are given 0.5. What is the frequency of dominant phenotype in population? It is 0.025 is the answer. So 1 is the answer for 60th question. Then coming to 62. They are asked what is the frequency of heterozygotes in Arda-Weinberg population in which frequency of dominant phenotype is 0.64. So in this we have to find out heterozygotes. So what they are given? They are given dominant, they are given P square, that is frequency they are given. So we have to find out P. So P is 0.8. To know the Q again, Q equals 1 minus 0.8, we get 0.2. Understood? To find out heterozygous, 2 into 0.8 into 0.2, we get 0.32 is the answer. So for 62, third is the answer. Understood? This is the way we have to calculate. So what they are given? They are given dominant. So we have to find out P value. After finding P value, we have to find out Q value. So heterozygous is 2PQ. So in Arda-Weinberg equilibrium, P plus whole square equals P square plus 2PQ plus Q square. So this denotes dominant allele, this denotes heterozygous, and this denotes recessive, homozygous recessive allele. Understood? Then we'll move it. 63. The eyes of octopus and eyes of mammals show. So they show convergent evolution because the origin of eye is different in human beings and in octopus. That's why they show convergent evolution. There are analogous structures and different structures evolving for the same function. Function is same to visualize the objects. So in this, A, B, C are correct. The eyes of octopus and eyes of mammal show convergent evolution, analogous structures, different structures evolving for the same function. That's the answer. A, B, C is the answer for 63. Coming to 66, which of the following set represent convergent evolution? So your convergent evolution means different structure, same function. Potato is shows stem modification, whereas sweet potato shows root modification. But the storage of food is common function. That's why there are examples for convergent evolution. Third is the answer for 66. 68. In the Arda-Weinberg equation, the frequency of heterozygous individual is represented by. So P square represents dominant, whereas Q square represents recessive, and 2PQ represents heterozygous. Second is the answer for 68. And 70. In an island, out of 1,600 individuals, 500 people died in a tsunami, and the recessive allelic frequency changed from 0.4 to 0.3. Calculate the number of recessive individuals before and after the tsunami. So total population is 1,600. So recessive allelic frequency is, they are given Q, they are given 0.4. So Q square, it will become 0.16. So number of recessive individuals, will be 0.16 into 1,600. It will be 256 individuals. Then they ask us to find out after tsunami. So recessive allelic frequency, this is before tsunami. Then this is after. So after tsunami, the Q is 0.3 and Q square will become 0.9. So number of recessive individuals after tsunami. So they are given here 500 people died. So 1,600 minus 500 means 1,100 into 0.9, we get 99. So answer is 256 and 99. Here we have to minus 500 because 500 were died due to tsunami. Understood? So answer is 256 and 59. Understood? Then we'll move to 72. Read the following statements about mutation theory. Mutations result in the origin of full-fledged forms without any intermediate stages. That is correct. New variations arisen by mutations are not subjected to natural selection. They are subjected to natural selection. Second is not. In a population, the origin of new species by mutation is sudden and discontinuous. That is also correct. So 1 and 3 only the statement about mutation theory. Next, 75. During development, mammalian heart is initially 2-chambered, then 3-chambered, and finally 4-chambered. It is explained by biogenetic law. It is not explained by Harder-Weinberg law or Mendelism or Lamarckism. It is explained by biogenetic law. And we know that 76th question, life originated in water. 79, the ancestor of man who first stood erect was Australopithecus. Who stood erect was Australopithecus. That's the answer for 79. Then 85, select the false statement from the following. Big Bang theory is used to explain the origin of the universe. That's right. Expansion of the universe after the explosion led to the decrease in temperature as hydrogen and helium had formed before the explosion. That is false statement because hydrogen and helium had formed after the explosion. So false statement is third. Then 86, presence of gills in the tadpole of frog indicates that fishes evolved from frog-like ancestors. No. Frogs will have gills in future. Frogs evolved from gilled ancestors. That is the correct answer. Frogs evolved from gilled ancestors was the correct answer for 86. And concept of mutation was put forth by Hugo de Varese. Mutation concept was given by Hugo de Varese by working on evening primrose. Ornithera lamarckiana. Scientific name of evening primrose is Primroses Ornithera lamarckiana. So 87, second is the answer. 88, one of the important consequences of geographical isolation is speciation through reproductive isolation. That is the answer. Understood? So geographical isolation is always through reproductive isolation that leads to speciation. Then coming to 97, two plants can be conclusively said to belong to the same species if species andre they should reproduce freely and they should produce fertile offsprings. So here can reproduce freely with each other and form seeds. That's the answer. Understood? So two plants are conclusively said to belong to the same species when they reproduce freely and they should produce seeds, fertile seeds. That's the answer. For 97, 1 is the answer. 99, to evolve certain desired traits, natural selection should operate at species level, biomass, genus. So it should always operate at population level. 99, third is the option. Next, 100, in a Aardvark population of 2000 rabbits were given, the character is determined by two alleles. The recessive frequency is 0.3. How many are heterozygous individual in that population? We have to find out heterozygous individual. So we know that Harder-Weinberg is p square plus 2pq plus q square equals 1. So they given recessive allelic frequency q they have given, that is 0.3. To find out p value, then we have to 1 minus q, we get 0.7. Listen, heterozygous, find out heterozygous individual, 2pq means we get 0.42. So by multiplying 2 into 0.3 into 0.7, we get 0.42. Then we have to find out number of heterozygous individuals, frequency. So number of heterozygous individuals. For this we have to multiply frequency of heterozygous, that is 0.4 into total number of individual 2000, then we get 840. That's the answer. Understood? So for 100, 840 is the answer. Understood? They are given recessive 0.3, then with that we have to calculate dominant 0.7, then we have to get the value for heterozygous. When we get value for heterozygous, that should be multiplied by total number of individuals, that is 2000, then we'll get the answer. So 840 is the answer for 100. Then 103, the origin of life is a phenomenon of chemical evolution that led to biological evolution according to. It is given by chemical evolution was given by Oparin and Alden. So 103, second is the answer. And 106, select the false statement. Dryopithecus was more ape-like, that is correct. Ramapithecus were more man-like, that is correct. Dryopithecus and Ramapithecus both were hairy and walked like gorillas and chimpanzees, that is correct. Australopithecus lived in East African grasslands probably 3 to 4 million years ago. That is the wrong statement because they lived before 2 million years ago. Hagagi, D is the only false statement in this. Then 112, Fossils are dated by amount of calcium, radioactive carbon content. So that's the answer. Fossils are dated by radioactive carbon content. Next 115, potato and sweet potato. They have edible parts which are homologous organs. That's not correct. Edible parts which are analogous organs. Yes, they are analogous organs because potato shows stem modification, whereas sweet potato shows root modifications, but they store food which are edible. So 115, second is the answer. Then 121. If 9% of the African population is born with a severe form of sickle cell anemia, what is the frequency of population who will be more resistant to malaria? So resistance to malaria will be shown by heterozygous individuals. So they are given 9%. That means they are given Q. That is 9% means it is 0.9. So SS recessive means Q square. So to find out Q, it should be, then we get 0.3. Then to find out P, so 1 minus 0.3 equals 0.7. That means P plus Q equals 1. So by applying that, we get P value. Then we have to find out heterozygous, that is 2PQ equals 2 into 0.7 into 0.3, it is 0.42. So 0.42 heterozygous carriers are resistant to malaria. So these persons are resistant to malaria. That's the answer for 121. Then coming to 125, biologists define evolution as heritable change in a line of descent over generations. That is the right answer. Inheritance of characteristics acquired by the individual, that is not. The main answer is heritable change in a line of descent over generations. Coming to 129, if a particular animal has shelled eggs, air and pets on the body and has cloaca, it may be connecting link between shelled egg shows reptilian character, presence of air shows mammalian characters. So it is a connecting link between reptiles and mammals. That's the answer. 134. The phenomena of industrial mannerism demonstrate natural selection. 134, 1 is the answer. 137, fish-like reptile Ichthyosaurus, which go back into water from its ancestors, evolved how many years ago? It is about nearly 200 million years ago. Third is the answer. Which one is connected with human evolution? Binocular vision, flatness, loss of tail, shortening of jaws. As the evolution occurs, the jaw size was reduced in human beings. So fourth is the answer for 139, shortening of jaws. 142, a quick change in phenotypes in a small band of colonizers is called bottleneck effect, founder's effect. It is called founder's effect. Then 143, Darwin's theory could not explain. Darwin explained natural selection and fluctuating variation in speciation and role of reproductive success in struggle for existence, but if he has not explained about vestigial organs. So 143, second is the answer. 147, unit of evolution is always population. Understood? Unit of evolution is always population. Then 148 represents natural selection. So before industrial evolution, white-winged moths were dominant. After industrial evolution, dark-winged moths were dominant. That is an example for natural selection. 150. The atmosphere of Earth at the time of origin of life was. So at the time of origin of life, there was no free oxygen, that is called reduced atmosphere. So 152nd is the answer. Reducing atmosphere was present at the time of origin of life. Coming to 156, extraterrestrial origin of life was proposed by the theory of panspermia. That means they reached Earth from other planet. So 156, fourth is the answer. And 163, survival of fittest idea is given by scientists who coined the term organic evolution. Second is the answer. Coming to 167, the term hot dilute soup was given by what we observed in Stanley Miller experiment. In extract of that experiment, we got amino acids and some monosaccharides, nucleic acids, that Haldane called it as dilute soup. So the term hot dilute soup was given by Haldane. That means the organic compounds which were formed during the chemical evolution of life, he called it as Haldane. He called it as dilute soup. Haldane called it as dilute soup. Then 175, some bacteria can grow in streptomycin containing medium due to, that means they are showing resistance to that streptomycin. That is an example for natural selection. So even in the presence of streptomycin, bacteria are able to grow, means they are showing resistance. That is an example for natural selection. 176, the random loss of alleles in a population by chance antandaga, it is genetic drift. So mutation, selection, gene flow. So is mainly due the random loss of alleles in a population by chance is mainly due to genetic drift. 178, according to Darwin, adaptive ability is, so he tells that some inherited characters helps in adaptiveness. So adaptive is mainly inheritable. 178, third is the answer. So this is about evolution. Read your textbook thoroughly. Each line is your competitive question. Think like that and read repeatedly your textbook. That will help you to score very good marks in your competitive exam. Thank you.